I'm one of the few people that can really pinpoint a thing that totally changed my life. I was born in Japan, lived on a little rice farm. I was almost 8 years old when my mother decided that if there was ever going to be a life for herself and her children, she would have to bring us to Hawaii. We came in steerage with one suitcase. That's how poor people come to our country. I had no idea what life would have in store for me. I grew up knowing how vulnerable our family was and that everything relied on my mother. But this was also a country that gave me opportunities, and I early on decided that I would do something that would be meaningful. I just didn't think that it was going to be politics, because it is not the first thing that comes to mind, that a woman, immigrant, that we should run for office. It takes a lot for a woman to get to the U.S. Senate. Nobody hands these seats to us. And we're fighting very big battles to get to where we are. There were 5 of us, Democratic women, running for open seats in our respective states. So we would campaign together, and the dynamic, the visual of seeing all these women, it really hit the people who were at our events that this is a powerful gathering of women who could work together.
When I was diagnosed with kidney cancer and facing my first surgery, I heard from so many of my colleagues, including so many of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, who wrote me wonderful notes sharing with me their own experience with major illness in their families or with their loved ones. You showed me your care. You showed me your compassion. Where is that tonight? How many times do we have to say it? How many times do we have to tell President Trump, you have it within your power to change this policy? Because for one thing, he implemented this policy. He can change it. It's the president who has to change his mind. So, Mr. President, have a heart for a change. Take that goddamn pen of yours and do away with this horrendous, inhumane policy of yours that rips children from the arms of their parents.
And I've told my mother, there's nothing I can do in my life that compares to what she did to bring 3 children to this country because she wanted a better life for us.
As one Hawaii columnist put it, she's become, quote, a badass.
I always was. I just wasn't very noisy about it. I've been a fighter all my life. I just don't look like that.
Of course it helps that there are women on that committee, but you know what? I expect the men in this country and the men in this committee, and many of them, believe me, because we all signed on to this letter to demand an FBI investigation, but really, guess who's perpetuating all of these kinds of actions? It's the men in this country, and I just want to say to the men in this country, just shut up and step up. Do the right thing.
Here I am.